guys, and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Kels. This video is a story time on when he held me hostage because I did not want to have sex with him. And this just happened. I'm recording this right now because this just happened like 2 days ago or a day ago or something like that. It's like 6 in the morning, so y'all know when it's time to tell time around these hours, I get a little confused. But yeah, this was like two days ago, like day before yesterday, so 2 days ago. So my friend, he calls me. It was like 2 in the morning. He called me like, yo, let's smoke or whatever. So we smoking. Like, we're gonna go smoke in my crib and I'm gonna take you back home. I'm like, all right, cool. No problem. Feel me? I knew him for like 3 years, going on 4 years, feel me? Like, cool, no problem. We smoking. We driving. Well, he driving and we smoking. We get to his crib or whatever. He rolled up and was smoking. Like, we just chilling. Everything is copacetic. Like, he cleaned up the room a little bit. Because his room is messy. And his living room is messy, so cleaning up or whatever the case may be. And yeah, like he just like we chilling, we smoking. Like I promise you, everything is good. Like we're chilling, smoking. I was watching Criminal Minds because he had a projector and he had a TV. I was watching Criminal Minds on the TV, and he had hooked up his PlayStation to the projector or whatever the case may be, and he was doing him or whatever. So I'm sitting on one corner of the bed, you on the other corner of the bed. He starts touching on me, mind you. I still have all my clothes on. He starts touching on me or whatever. I'm like, yo, bro, like, feel me? We're not doing that. Like, stop touching me, move. Like, leave me alone, feel me? He like, all right, cool. He stopped. A few minutes go by. We smoke another spliff. He touching on me again. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not comfortable with that. Stop touching me. Like, leave me alone. Feel me? Like, he keeps stop. Every time I tell him I'm not comfortable, he'll stop. He'll stop for like 2 seconds. Not literally 2 seconds, but he'll stop for like a minute or 2 minutes. Like, no more than 2 minutes, and then try again or whatever. And I'm like, yo, bro, this is mad corny. Like, what are you touching me for, bro? So then he stops. Like, for real, this time he stops. He calms down for a little bit. For like 10 minutes. He in his corner. I guess he was dread in his feelings or whatever. He in his corner. He mad. Then he roll over again. He like, you still don't want, he said something like, you still not comfortable or something like that. So I ignored him. First I said, what? He repeated himself and I ignored him. Then he tried touching on my leg and I'm like, yo, bro, leave me alone. Like, now you're doing too much. Like, bro, like, calm down, bro. I'm telling you I'm not comfortable. I'm telling you I don't like this. I'm telling you do not touch me. And you're still touching me, bro. Like, what type of weird stuff is you on? Now, mind you, this man lives in New Jersey. I live in Brooklyn, New York. New Jersey is a whole nother state. Literally a whole nother state. It's not far. Like, feel me? It's like a 30-minute, 45-minute drive. But it's a whole nother state. Feel me? So he like, if that's the case, you could go home. So I got up and I put my shoes on. And I'm putting my coat on. Now I'm fixing on my bag or whatever. My cab was $89. Putting on my stuff or whatever. I'm getting ready. He like, yo, where you going? Sit down. And da-da-da. Sit down. What are you doing? Why can't an argument just be an argument? All this extra shit. Feel me? I'm like, no. Like, I'm going home. Because 1, I'm already uncomfortable. 2, you just said if that's the case, I could go home. 3, I don't want to be here no more. 4, you kind of giving me rapist vibes. Like, now I'm ready to dip up out of here. Because we're in here alone. And you, first of all, you lied and said your cousin was staying with you and that she was in the house or whatever. We get there and she's not in the house. So what are you saying to me? Like, you like, she fought her mom or whoever she fought, whoever his cousin fought. She fought her mom and her sister-in-law or something. And she stabbed them up or whatever. So she's not staying with them right now. You said she was at the crib. She's not there. So now I'm thinking, like, is he trying to kidnap me or what? Like, I'm out here in Jersey. Don't nobody know where I'm at. Nobody know who I'm with. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was like 3 o'clock by then. It's like 3:30 in the morning. God, and all types of thoughts is running through my head at this point. And I'm just like, yo, bro, this man better not play himself. He really better not. Because I don't got time to be tasing nobody's son and be stabbing nobody's son. Feel me? So now, as soon as I call my cab, it's 2 minutes away. Like, literally around the corner. Like, feel me? So I'm running down the stairs. I'm out. Now I'm going down the stairs. He trying to chase me down the stairs or whatever. So now, this is where it get crazy. I get outside. Like, because he live in a house. Like, he live in his house. I guess it's his own house or whatever. So it's the whole house. It's like a brownstone house. So now, in order for me to get out, I gotta walk down like a flight of stairs because he has steps that lead up to his front door. So I gotta walk down the flight of steps. I gotta walk out the gate. So now I'm at the top of the steps, and he's like trying to when you see a little kid and you just trying to block him from something, and so you doing this, that, like, feel me? He doing that, and I'm moving. He trying to follow me. He pushing me. He tussling with me. So now I'm throwing hits at this man. Mind you, all of this is taking place while the cab driver's outside. So I'm throwing hits at him. He's throwing me back inside. He's throwing me on the floor. He's not trying to let me leave. He's really not trying to let me get in his cab. So this is where it really, really, really get crazy, because I thought it was up. I thought this man was going to put me in the crib, choke me, and just kill me, like choke me to death, something like that. Like, I thought I was going to die. Feel me? So he, like, I don't know what happened, but I think I charged at him too fast, and like he threw me. When he threw me, I went back through the door, because he's standing on, like, the way we're facing. If the, like, I don't know how to explain it. This was the step, and he was standing like right here, right for me, in front of the steps. I'm right here, and the door is behind me, the door to his house. So I'm trying to charge at him so I could get down the stairs, and he pushes me mad hard, so I'm going back into the door. So feel me? So now that I'm back in the door, he ran in the crib, closed the door, then he opened back the door like halfway and tried, like, he told the cab driver, he was like, yo, you could leave, feel me? So I'm looking at my phone, and you know how it shows you the location and like when the cab driver is moving or whatever. So he drove to the corner, and I'm like, no, don't leave. I texted him. I said, no, don't leave. He said he didn't say nothing. I don't think he's seen it or whatever. But at first, I think the first thing I said to him was call 911. That was the first thing I texted him. I said call 911, because I'm trying to call 911, and the boy's trying to fight me over my phone, and he's trying to throw hits at me. So I'm like, yo, I don't even got time for all that. I'm smarter than you. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to text the cab driver off the Lyft app. I'm going to tell him to call 911. Then after I text him and say call 911, he opened the door, and he was like, yo, you could leave. But I had already said call 911. So then he drove to the corner, and I'm like, no, don't leave. He was like, okay. Then I said, did you call them or something like that? Or I said, please don't leave. He said, okay. I said, did you call them? He's like, yeah. I said, call 911. And then when he said leave, I said, no, stay. He said, okay. I said, please. He said, okay. I said, you called? He said, yeah. And I'm like, okay, call again. Because, like, all of this is taking place. Like, all of this was happening, like, the whole time we waiting for the cops and all that. It was like, we was waiting for the cops for, like, 10, 15 minutes. No lie. Like, they took a while to get there. Feel me? So, I'm like, you called? He said, yeah. I'm like, okay, call again, please. He not letting me leave. Like, for me, this was like 5 minutes after he said he called. I'm like, call again. He not letting me leave. Like, for me, I'm trying to tell him, like, stay on the phone with them type call again. Like, don't hang up. Like, stay on the phone with them. Feel me? He said, yeah, I just called again. After he said that, like, within, like, 30 seconds, that's when, like, you heard the sirens. Like, they wasn't there yet, but you could hear the sirens. Like, they was nearby or whatever. So they get there. And before they could get there, he's in the crib, and I'm like, yo, bro, just let me leave, bro. You're doing too much. Just let me go. Let me leave. My cab is at the corner. You're doing a lot for no reason at all. Just let me go home. I don't want to be here no more. I'm telling him, because I'm like, yo, bro, you have 2 daughters. And I'm telling you, I feel safe. I don't feel safe. I feel like my life is in danger. I'm scared. First of all, I'm shaking. Like, I'm really shaking. My hands are shaking. My legs are shaking. I'm damn near crying. I'm like, oh, bro, I'm scared. I do not want to be here no more. You scaring me. You moving like, because, yo, bro, you was giving me rapist vibes, bro. Like, it's no reason why all of this is going down because I said don't touch me. Like, bro, don't be feeling on me. All of this should not be going down. I'm a female. I have the right to tell you you're a dub, and it's just that simple. No means no, and some of y'all boys need to understand that. He in the crib like, yo, you're not leaving, because if you leave, the police gonna come break down my door and they might shoot me. And I'm like, that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. Let me go home. The man would have never called the cops if you would have just let me walk out the door. You wanted to put on a scene. I'm on his porch literally screaming. I'm screaming help. I'm like, yo, help me, call 911. I'm screaming for the cab driver to get out the cab, come help me, fight him, something, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I feel like my life is in danger. You have 2 daughters. I'm a female looking you dead in your eyes, telling you that. And you still can't let me go? Like, what type of sicko vibes is you on? You sick. Like, you are sick. That is what you call a sick individual, because there's no way on earth anybody gonna come to my crib and tell me they don't feel safe and they don't feel comfortable, and I'm gonna try to keep them there. Like, why Why would I try to keep you here at my house if you're telling me that you don't feel safe at my house? Like, if you don't feel safe somewhere, then leave. That's it. It's that simple. So now when the police get there, he like opened the door because like before they came, they was outside. Like I said, you can see the lights. Feel me? So they're outside on the block. I guess they trying to read the house numbers or whatever. So they had on their lights mad bright. Like the lights on a police car could probably light up the whole strip. Like, feel me? So they put on all their lights and then the sirens was flashing or whatever. And they walking around shining their flashlights trying to read the house number. So he already knew what was up. He opened the door. And they like, are you okay? No, they didn't ask me this, though. But they was asking him this. They was like, because he's in the door frame. And he's taller than me. So he's fake blocking me. So, like, the way he's standing, the door is cracked. Like, you know how when you, like, crack the door open and you standing behind it. Like, you poking your head out or whatever. That's basically what he was doing. Like, he cracked the door a little bit and was poking his head out. And they like, are you okay? We got a call saying something about domestic violence. And how a man was beating a girl, something like that. He like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know nothing about that. I'm trying to move, like, and get out. Like, I'm really trying to open the door and get out. And he's, like, holding it mad tight. And I'm like, yo, they was about to walk away. Like, they was literally about to walk away. And I felt it. Like, I just felt like, you know, if I didn't scream, they was going to walk away. And that would have been it. That would have been the end with keeping up kills. That just would have been it. Like, for real. I mean, so I screamed. I'm like, yo, no. I'm back here. He had the most, like, no, you did not face on. Like, no, you did not just do that face. Like, and I swung that door open. They looked at him, like, and they looked at me, like, and they like, are you okay, miss? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. My cab is right there. They like, we received a call from somebody saying that there was something about domestic violence. I'm like, yeah, my cab driver called you. I told him to call you guys because he wouldn't let me out his house. Feel me? They're like, are you okay? We don't see any bruises, but are you okay? I'm like, yeah. So now I'm standing next to them or whatever. He like, yo, Kelsey, come here, come here, come here. I'm like, I didn't even say nothing at this point. I looked back and I looked at my cab. Like, in my head, it ain't no going back in that house. Like, at all. You ever seen that cartoon movie, The Monster House? That's how I was looking at his house. Like, it ain't no going back. This property will not be touched by me, my kids, any of my friends. Well, I don't know about any of my friends, but I ain't going back there at all. Feel me? So, yeah. So now he's calling me. Mind you, I'm standing next to the police. Like, they standing next to me asking, like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? Like, did he hit you? You know, the regular questions that, of course, they're gonna ask. And questions that they have to ask because it's protocol. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine or whatever. I'm fine. Feel me? And then he goes back inside, changes his clothes from what he has on to put on all black. He comes back out with all black on. I don't know, feel me? If you from New York and, feel me? All black, you already know. All black, you already know what's about to go down. Like, that's a whole shadow. You're not seeing nothing, feel me? So now he's standing on the top of his steps with his hand in his pocket. And he like, yo, Kelsey, come here, feel me? The police looked back. They seen him. They said, miss, get in the car. And one of them was like, you already know, hand on his hip. And you know what he reaching for because, like, he was dumb. As soon as they pulled up, after I walked out the door, he was trying to argue with them over it. Like, when they first pulled up and they didn't know I was behind him, he was calm. Soon as they pulled up and I walk out the door and they seen that I was in there, he's trying to argue with them and he's getting hostile, like, oh, suck my dick, da-da-da, get off my property, XYZ. But before, when they was at the top of the steps, you was not giving them that type of energy. Feel me? Cool. They like, miss, get in the car, sit in the car and wait. So I'm in the backseat of my cab. They like, yo, matter of fact, let me take a picture of ID, give me your phone number, and you get up out of here before we have to shoot him. Feel me? And I'm just like, that's fine with me. Mind you, he called me like about 20 times while they're standing right next to me, talking to me in my face. Like, they're in my face, and he's on his steps watching them talk to me while he calls me 20 times continuously, back to back to back to back. And I'm like, yo, you're so weird. Like, that is creepy. You're giving me stalker vibes. Like, you're moving like... You giving me stalker vibes. You giving me rapist vibes. And none of those vibes are good. Why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like you ain't have sex in years? Like you got 2 daughters. I know you had sex before, bro. Calm down. Relax. You had enough sex. You got 2 daughters. Like, I'm not understanding. Feel me? But that's that for the story time on when he tried to hold me hostage because I didn't want to have sex with him or whatever the case may be. But if you like this story time, give it a thumbs up. Like, a comment. That's what I'm smacked, right? 6 in the morning. I'm fake tired. Give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. You know. Feel me? But yeah. I know I get asked this a lot, so I'm about to tell you right now. These lashes are from Saucy Skylar. I'm trying to find the little. It came with like a little card. And these lashes are from Saucy Skylar. Her Instagram is saucy_Skylar. Feel me? She has sent me like a whole little gift basket or whatever. Okay, I believe these are the high fashion. I'm not too sure. She gave me like a little receipt, but the box don't really say which one it is. It just says Saucy Skylar. But I believe these the high fashion ones, because she has sent me some other dramatic ones, which look like the plain Janes. Either Saucy, her Instagram is Saucy Skylar. Either way, go look it up because I'm in love with these lashes. Respectfully, I told her to send me whatever 2 or whichever ones she think that I would like or that would look good on me and that would fit me. And honestly, she gave me exactly what I would pick out for myself. And I told her that. Like, if I was to go buy any lashes from anywhere, like this right here, this one that I'm wearing, and let me show you the other one she sent me. And this definitely would be my go-tos. Like, I love lashes like these, and I love lashes like these. Like, I like dramatic lashes, of course. But, you know, they can be dramatic and simple at the same time. Don't get me wrong. Because there's some lashes that be, like, dramatic. Touching your eyebrow dramatic. Like, hey, I have a few of those, though. But those are for special occasions. But let's get into this hair, y'all. This, oops, I just pulled it. I was planning on pulling it, but, feel me? Y'all know I love me my Mega Look. This hair is from Mega Look Hair. It's a 10-inch bob. I believe 150 density because that's what I asked for. Because I don't know. People be like, oh, they don't like full bobs. But I personally do not like little scanty, skimp bobs because I feel like they just don't style right. Like, you see this? Like, a skimp bob. Like, you can't get this with like a 130 density. Or whatever they give you with the bobs or whatever. But it came with this and this little thing, you know, whatever it's coming. They sent me some cute little lashes as well. I'm loving these lashes. And this girl, oh my god, I have to tell y'all about this girl. Oh my gosh. It's, I know, it's a little off. I'm trying to get it out, but they sent me these lashes or whatever. It's cute. It's simple. These are simple lashes. It's cute. And the little pouch, it came, inside the pouch is these little clips that are so cute. I just don't know how to, like, really attach them so, like, you could see it. Like, do I put it like that? But then that looks weird. But these little clips look cute. As soon as I figure out how to put them on right, like, you know, I will put them on. They sent me this clip. It's funny, I don't really wear these in pictures, but I definitely do wear them a lot. That's the funny thing. I like them. Sent you the little clips, you know, when it's time to style and clip up your hair. An edge brush. I'm not going to open this one, being as that I still use the red one that they sent me from the orange wig that I did. A headband. A little silk headband. And a wig cap. I don't really use, like, don't get me wrong, I use wig caps, feel me? But I don't really use the bald cap method and stuff like that. Like, I don't do all that. I just drag it, put it over, that's it. Put the glue. Sometimes I throw edges. If I ain't really feeling my edges, I ain't really gonna do it. And it came with this little elastic band in it, but I was trying to put the wig on and The bands kept getting in the way. Like, I feel like the band goes on after you cut the ears, and for me, so it's not gonna be in the way. But it was in the way, so I cut it off. But yeah, I still like that. This is, hold on, I just gotta show y'all, like, feel me? I did not bleach any knots, straight plucked it, and I threw a little concealer on the front. Did not bleach any knots, straight plucked it, threw my concealer on, and y'all, yeah. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I know I said that before, but I'm gonna say it again because I ended up telling y'all about the stuff I was wearing, because I know I always get asked that a lot. But once again, these lashes are from Saucy Skylar. This wig is from Mega Look, and I love it. Toodles.